Hello there, guys. I'm coming at you today with my week 12 project where we created an API with fetching. The steps were to go ahead and create a CRD application, so CRUD without the update using json-server, or another API. So really quickly, let's just screen share around real quick. Show you my command line here, just that my JSON server is running. And then let's switch over to my application here. You can see my CRD app. I'm just going to swap tabs so you can see my server running in the background. Well, let's go back to my project here, where you can see my HTML, a little CSS, and my JavaScript. We're basically what I did here was I used fetch and async to await the interactions with the API over here. This is kind of my groundwork application where I have like a card container essentially. You can see starting right here, I've made a form. I have my little card container where I have the ability to create and add Pokemon to a list, right? So you've got your form here where I'm adding a Pokemon name, where I have a drop-down menu that I created to choose typing for the Pokemon. I can input the level of the Pokemon from 1 to 100, just like the games, and you can see the various stylizings in here. I have a blue submit button to add the Pokemon to the list, and then I have just my submissions here. Mhm. Um, and this is where all of my Pokemon will be displayed, right? Um, I capped them both at 600 pixels just so when you stretch the screen to see the same size. And you can see the link to the JavaScript. Over here, this is just a cool little styling. Everything else is stylized within the HTML and the JavaScript. This one, you'll just see a little blue highlight over the text fields. Over here, like I said, this is using the fetch and async to interact with the API here. So we have the function to fetch and display all the Pokemon. We get the data from the JSON server. We have the output to target and display the Pokemon. Clear previous contents before rendering again. Loop through each Pokemon and create the HTML elements for the display. We've got our Bootstrap and custom classes for layout, spacing, and styling. Threw in there what all the things do. This is the little hover one that you'll see in the style sheets. Um, Created a paragraph element to display our Pokemon info. Delete button for the Pokemon. You have the button label, store the Pokemon with the ID dataset, and Bootstrap styling for it as well. So it will appear as little red buttons. We've got the event listeners for our delete button, as well as for our add Pokemon. Um, do do do. Then we just add the Pokemon, and we have our containers for adding the Pokemon, adding the button, and then down here we have the event listeners for the form, getting all the values in order to be displayed, posting the Pokemon, and then it resets the fields, refresh the list, but it doesn't refresh and remove all the data. So really quick, let's go over to the app here. Let's just test it out. So we got a Pokemon. As you can see, I've got some entries. So Pikachu, electric typing, level 25, add. Boom, you've got Pikachu, you've got the typing, you've got the text and a little delete button. Let's add one more. Charizard, fire type, level 100, add. Boom. And just so you can see, that's the hover. Now we have our list of Pokemon and we have our delete. I just want to refresh the server where you can see the Pokemon information and the IDs attached to it. Let's just go ahead and delete Charizard. Boom. It's deleted. Come over here to our server, refresh. Boom. He's deleted.